She went to Vegas for freedom. I gave her consequences. It started over dinner, me eating leftover chicken and rice, and her on the other side of the table, scrolling furiously on her phone. Vegas trip is happening whether you like it or not, she said flatly, still tapping at hotel bookings. My birthday, my choice. Don't even think about trying to talk me out of it. That's how my wife of 4 years decided to announce she was flying to Vegas with her new clique of freshly divorced friends, women who called their exes ball and chains and preached about unleashing your inner goddess. This wasn't the woman I married. This was someone I barely recognized, someone who now rolled her eyes at words like partnership and budget and acted like marriage was some dusty prison she'd been trapped in. She called it self-care. I called it the start of a disaster. I asked her how she planned to afford the trip. That's not your concern anymore, she snapped. I make my own money, except we had joint accounts, joint responsibilities, and we had always agreed to discuss large purchases. She laughed in my face. It's a birthday trip, not a car. Stop being so controlling. There it was. The word her friends had been spoon-feeding her for months. Controlling. Apparently asking questions about our financial life meant I was controlling. She went all in, booked a luxury suite that cost more per night than our mortgage, dinner reservations that were more than my monthly grocery budget, spa treatments, limo services, bottle service, all on our joint credit card. But while she was booking her rebellion, I was quietly opening files. I pulled every bank statement and credit card bill from the last 6 months. I found over $8,000 in self-care charges, spa treatments, high-end boutiques, online coaching programs she never finished, yoga retreats, beauty boxes, luxury skincare, and then it got worse. 2 brand new credit cards opened without my knowledge, both maxed out. Thousands spent on designer handbags, jewelry, and upscale restaurants I'd never heard of. She didn't just break the budget, she launched it into orbit. Then came the knock on the door. My neighbor, his brother worked at our bank and casually mentioned seeing my wife there, asking about transferring money from our joint savings into a personal account. I called the bank. She had tried to move $5,000 out of our joint savings. The only thing that stopped it, the transfer required both signatures. That's when I realized this wasn't a birthday trip. It was a test. She wanted to see just how much freedom she could grab without consequence. So I gave her consequences. While she was posting Instagram selfies in $1,200 per night suites, drinking champagne on rooftop pools, I got to work. I legally removed her as an authorized user from every financial account I controlled. I wasn't being petty. I was protecting myself from someone who had proven she was willing to deceive and manipulate. When her flight landed, she called me in a panic. None of my cards are working. What the hell is going on? They're working fine, I told her. You're just not authorized to use them anymore. You can't just strand me at the airport. You have your personal account. Remember? Use your independence. I have like $300 in it. Then maybe you shouldn't have spent $8,000 in 4 days. She came home fuming, red in the face. We need to talk, I nodded. You're not authorized to use those cards anymore because I can't trust you with our financial security. I showed her the evidence. Bank statements, credit card bills, screenshots of her social media posts, documentation of her transfer attempt. She went pale, then furious. This is insane. You're treating me like a criminal. You tried to move $5,000 behind my back, opened credit cards without telling me, spent $8,000 while mocking me online for holding you back. Then came the line she thought would break me. I want a divorce. I nodded. I figured you would. I've already spoken to a lawyer. She froze. She had expected me to fight, to beg, to plead for her to stay. Instead, I was 3 steps ahead. 2 months later, the divorce was finalized. The judge sided with the person who didn't lie, cheat, or try to drain joint accounts. She was ordered to repay what she attempted to take. She was left fully responsible for all debt on the secret credit cards. She had to reimburse me for legal fees. Her financial freedom cost her everything. And the friends who had pumped her up with talk of power and self-love, nowhere to be found when the bills rolled in. She's currently working 2 jobs, retail and bartending, to pay off the debt from her empowered 4-day Vegas escape. I still live in our house, still eat chicken and rice at the table, but now I do it in peace.